The government is studying a proposal to raise the speed limit on motorways from 70 to 80 miles per hour. The aim is to improve traffic flows and boost the economy. In May, Secretary of Transport Philip Hammond revealed the initiative along with a raft of new proposals. Some motorist organizations support the idea because of potential economic benefits.
People will be able to travel faster, people will be able to work more with the time they save, and people will avoid being late at meetings, which again loses other people's productivity. There could be 50 million of benefits just by raising the speed limit to 80 miles per hour.
According to a recent poll, more than 70% of motorists agree that motorway speed limits should be increased. But would this measure have an impact on road safety?
When the Transport Select Committee of the House of Commons looked at this issue about 6 years ago, they estimated that casualties would rise on the motorway between 5 and 10%. Because speeds are higher on those roads, they're more likely to be more severe crashes. So it's not the slight injuries that will rise on the motorways, it's actually deaths and serious injuries.
The European Union has based its road safety guidelines on the Nielsen model. It estimates that a 1% change in the average speed limit on motorways will result in a similar rise in accidents.
Last year there were about 1,000 people killed or seriously injured. So you're talking about another 100 people being killed or seriously injured.
Road safety is not the only thing to consider, and Spain has proven it. The government here has lowered the maximum speed limits in highways from 75 miles per hour to 68 miles per hour. The aim is to save fuel.
The initiative has been included in a package of measures that aims to reduce the country's need for Libyan oil. The price of fuel continues to soar because of unrest in North Africa and the Middle East.
Se ha conseguido ahorrar un total de 137.000 toneladas de petróleo gracias a la reducción de la velocidad.
Professor Jesús Casanovas explains the process.
Cuando un coche va a 120, tiene que vencer unas resistencias a su avance, que básicamente son la resistencia aerodinámica del viento que tiene de frente, más la resistencia a rodar por la carretera, a mover la rueda por la carretera. La resistencia a rodar por la carretera no depende de la velocidad. La que depende, sí, es la aerodinámica. Esa bajada de velocidad de 120 a 110 sí que evidentemente baja esa resistencia. Por lo tanto, el coche, al tener que vencer menos resistencia frontal, tiene que consumir un poquito menos de combustible.
Environmental groups back the proposal, but consider it insufficient.
Ecologistas en Acción es partidario de la reducción de velocidad máxima y, de hecho, aunque el gobierno la ha reducido a 110, solo 10 km por hora, nosotros estamos pidiendo desde hace años una reducción mucho más ambiciosa, mayor, porque está comprobado que la mayor eficiencia de los coches se da a 90 km por hora, entonces todo lo que te acerques a esa velocidad supone una reducción importante del consumo de energía y, por lo tanto, otros beneficios como menos emisiones de gases de efecto invernadero, menos emisiones de gases contaminantes, menos ruido, menos siniestralidad.
But the government faces strong public opposition. The pressure group, Movimiento 140, has already collected more than 200,000 signatures. They propose raising the speed limit to 140 km per hour. That's 20 km over the former limit.
Our recommendation is not just a recommendation, it's a demand. And we are supported by more than 200,000 people in Spain who have seen in our webpage to demand the government to increase this speed limit.
Many claim the only winner will be the tax collector.
Es un abuso y es un afán de recaudar impuestos nada más.
Para recaudar eso viene de puta madre.
O sea, que piensa que la medida tiene un fin recaudatorio.
Es evidente, es evidente.
Should the UK follow the same road? The government has already committed to lower carbon emissions by up to 50% by 2025 compared to levels in 1990, but much more still needs to be done.
The UK Energy Research Centre estimated that just by enforcing the 70 mile per hour speed limit on motorways would result in 1 million tonnes of carbon emissions being saved. The benefits would double if you actually reduce the speed limit to 60.
Is this perhaps an opportunity to save a significant amount of fuel?
Bajar 10 km por hora un coche que va por la carretera, su reducción estaría entre el 8 y el 10% en ese momento. Pero habida cuenta de que luego muchos coches están en ciudades, que están en carreteras cuyo límite no es 110, sino que es mucho más bajo, etcétera, etcétera, el consumo medio del transporte por carretera bajaría en el entorno del 1,5 al 1,9 al 2%. El transporte por carretera es solo un 60% del consumo del petróleo en un país como España. El ahorro, si todo el mundo cumpliera la limitación, sería del orden del 1%, que eso equivaldría a unos 270, 350 millones de euros, no a los 1.400, 1.500 millones de euros que habla el gobierno.
Some experts claim that alternative proposals could be more effective.
Se puede obtener mejor resultado haciendo un uso más racional del automóvil, la utilización de las ciudades, que ahí es donde en los atascos es donde se consume mucho más, y además promoviendo el rejuvenecimiento del parque automovilístico.
In terms of advising government, I would say very simply, think very carefully before you make this move. How many lives are you prepared to lose for the alleged time savings or economic benefits that you're going to get? Because very clearly your own statisticians are telling you if you raise the limit, more people will die on our motorways, and that's not something a sensible politician should think about.
Economic benefits, road safety, carbon emissions, these are the issues to consider, and it seems the government isn't going to make a rushed decision. But if the measure is approved, will drivers speed up and actually end up spending more on fuel?
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and what